Welcome again to another CheapWineFinder.com podcast. And we have another Trader Joe's wine, this one from France. We've done this before, a couple years ago. And here we go. It's the La Burgundy Cremant de Bourgogne AOC Brut Rosé. So it's a French sparkling rosé from Burgundy. And it's $11.99. I'm going to take a sip because it gets my memory refreshed, such as it is. I'll put this a little bit into context. Burgundy, the bottom of Burgundy is Beaujolais. The top is Champagne. And in the middle, it's all river valleys there. Burgundy is the premier, one of the, maybe the top wine growing region in the world. They have Pinot Noirs there, Chardonnays there that sell for thousands of dollars a bottle. It's really hot to high end. Champagne is north, and it's a colder region. And one of the reasons why Champagne makes sparkling wine is because it was so cold that they couldn't actually get the grapes ripe enough to make wine every year. And you don't need ripe grapes for sparkling wine. You always pick it early, and then you bring it up after, because you ferment it twice, and then in Champagne you add a little bit of sugar at the very end. So it was perfect for sparkling wine. And then there's Burgundy, which is a top list, and this is made for Trader Joe's. I have a link to the maker of the wine in the CheapWineFinder.com website review, and they're a top Cremant producer in Burgundy from the town of Bubbly, and they have contracted 430 different vineyards in the region. They have all sorts of different things. They can make organic wines. They can do all sorts of things. They have their own brand that is very, very similar to this. I don't know if this is just a rebranded version of their own wine. Those wines sell for like $16 to $20 in the United States. Take another sip. Again, this is $11.99. What else do they do? Okay, they handpick their grapes. They use 75% of first run juice, and then 25 second run. It's one of the things I was always interested in. The top end wineries, when they press their grapes, the first run, what comes out when the first time they're pressed, is the elite juice. The very top end wineries will only use the first run, and they sell off the second or third and the fourth runs, or maybe have a second line of wines. And this, in Ballet, I forgot the last name, Pierre Lapierre uses 75% on their wines. I don't know if maybe that's a difference with the Cheap Wine Finder La Burgundy version, is that they don't use the first run, but I always wondered how the grapes knew which juice to release first, but it's a thing. So there you go. So this is a wonderful wine. I mean, this is French bubbly that should cost around $20 in most stores. It's $12 Trader Joe's. The reason it's not expensive, because when people spend money for sparkling wine from France, they buy champagne. And those start at $35 and go up, so you pretty much are, to sell your wines, you have to be competitive. I'm gonna take another sip. This has got great acidity. It really sets you up for the next sip. It's made in the traditional or champagne style, where it's fermented twice. The second time they bottle the wine after the first fermentation. They add a little bit of sugar, a little bit of yeast, plug it up, come back 16 months later. In Champagne, it's a minimum of 18 months. Here, that's 60 months. 2 months is the difference. I don't know, whatever that makes of that, but for $11.99 and rather than $35 for the beginning one, I'll take 2 months. And they, like I said, they're quality grapes. People have been making the wine since 1972, making bubbly for that long, so they've got some experience. And it's a tasty wine. It tastes delicious. Normally, I just sip my glass, and I'm 3/4 done with this thing. I'm going to have to re-pour, but I'll wait till after this thing's over. So you're getting a really quality French sparkling wine. Cremant is the French word for sparkling wine. Champagne is a Cremant, just that they've branded their wine to be champagne as a singular thing. The same thing's true in Italy, where sparkling wine is spumante, and Prosecco is technically a spumante, but they branded their wines so you're looking at a Prosecco, not a spumante. So Cremant just means bubbles. And there you go. This is a quality bubbly. $11.99 is a really good price for quality bubbles. And one thing people always turn their nose up. I talk to wine people and they go, "Oh, it's Trader Joe's," but they would drink the $18 version of this, without even thinking. Well, not even wanting to try the $11.99 version of what looks to be the exact same wine, or almost the exact same wine. I don't know for sure. No one's saying that, and so I don't want to say it if they're not saying it, but sure does look the same. And the grapes are Pinot Noir and Gamay. And they say that since it's non-vintage, they put things together and they want it all taste the same every year. They say that the percentage of the grapes used changes, but it's usually somewhere around 75% Pinot Noir and 25% Gamay. Take another sip. This is there's a touch of really rounded ripe fruit that and then a little bit of yeasty bread in there too. That kind of takes the edge off. Sometimes I don't know. It's like the bite of a sparkling wine. So this gives this it's still bright. It's still fresh and forward, but it's got a little bit of round edge to it that's really appealing. And I keep on going back to it and sipping, and it's Barbie Doll pink. You can't beat that. Packaging's not the right all about, but it's a good wine. So that's it for me. This is, don't be afraid to try these wines. You're getting $17 to $20 French sparkling wine, champagne style from Burgundy for $12. I mean, that's a bargain. You're not taking a chance. I mean, it's good. So that's it for me, Domain Dave. CheapWineFighter.com. If you could push the button and like us where you like things, that helps the algorithm some. I think most people get us off the internet or off our website rather than through podcast stations. I don't listen to podcast stations either, so I can't complain about that. So that's it for me, Domain Dave, CheapWineFighter.com. Stay warm, stay safe, and keep it cheap. So adios. Bye-bye.